Yeah, so I turned off the volume on the game. All of it. It's all off. It's completely quiet. There's no sound in the house even. There's no sound in the computer. I'm going to play this while I say this, so there can be no copyright or some kind of nonsense that someone will try and latch onto and steal my message and then make money off of it, because it's happened before. So let's just talk for a second. Let's talk about what your life is right now. Are you happy with your life the way it is right now? Who am I talking to, I guess, is the question, right? That's a question, but there's another one. Who am I talking to? I know there's younger viewers that watch me in the live streams and they get excited and they love the gaming and the gameplay and they love me and they love the crazy stuff that happens. There's also older guys that watch and they love it as well. Now, I'm talking to all of you. I'm talking to anyone who hears this ever in the future, because everyone has the same thing happen to them, and that is the point of life. Nothing is equal. Nothing is meant to be equal for anyone at any time, in any which way. I mean, yeah, sometimes life is upside down. Sometimes you're going through something really, really bad. The only thing I can promise you is not that it's going to get better, but that the opportunity for it to get better, your life, your situation, whatever it is, that I can promise you. This I have lived, this I have seen, this I am going through. So whatever it is, whatever thing that you want to put aside in your life that sucks the worst, maybe you hate where you live, maybe you don't have an opportunity to say something, you want to be heard more, maybe you're a little depressed, maybe the sun is finally coming back out, summertime, and you're getting over the legitimate depression of when the sun disappears, around 4 p.m. That's a legitimate thing, trust me. Maybe you suck at sports. Maybe you're in high school. In that case, if you're in high school, I can't recommend this channel for you because it's brutal sometimes, and it's not for the youth. However, if you are, in high school and you're listening to my voice right now, maybe you suck at your sport and you join the sport so you could fit in, and you're not fitting in because you suck at the sport. So what do you do? Well, you get better. That's what you do. That's what we all do. That's what we all need to do. Don't settle for what you are or where you are unless you're happy with it. If you're happy with what you are, that's fine. This whole, you know, being born a certain way or whatever, whatever circumstance and go with the flow. No, that's a joke. Reject it. Unless you have embraced it. And don't embrace it unless you made sure that you've exhausted all your options to get to your best self. And if you are at your best self, then embrace that, and then you are supposed to be proud of yourself. Then you can sit there with your head held up high. Until that point, you're going to fail. You're going to make a mistake. You're going to get laughed at. I've been there. I've done that. I've done it to other people. And it gets better. Things progressively get more complex. That doesn't mean they get better. They get infinitely more complex. That's all you need to get ready for. Whatever age you are. If you're 18, if you're 43, if you're 30, if you're 25, that it doesn't matter. The world that we are spinning around on is round, believe it or not, by the way. And it gets progressively more complex. So prepare yourself for complexity, but trust me, if you're young and you suck, don't waste this opportunity to get better. When you are your best self, when you are better than the person you were the year before, which should be your goal, year in, year out. Abandon your New Year's resolution to not drink this coffee or not, whatever the hell. Lose, weight, quit smoking. The only goal you should have year after year in this silly ritual that we call New Year's resolutions that gets abandoned by the 20th of January statistically anyway, your only goal in life is it should be first to become better than you are. You should be your only opponent and use others not as your opponents, necessarily more so as your goals. Embrace your opponents. Your opponents are what make you more competitive. And when you are more competitive, when you want to be better than someone else without losing your mind, if you don't go crazy in some kind of complex, literally some complex develops where you're obsessed with someone to get better and better than that person, that's not the way. Find people that you can find inspiration in. If you can find inspiration in me, so be it. If it's your parents, fine. If it's someone on TV, God forbid a reality TV star, whatever it takes, get inspired. Be better. Be your best. There's no other time. There's no more time. Everyone says, when that time comes, I'll do this. This is your time. There is no other time. Not even going to get into this time is all relative because I actually don't believe it. So that's about it. I wanted to say that because people have been saying a lot of nice things to me. They have said words of appreciation, gratitude. I've felt very happy for the choices I've made doing what we're doing now, regarding where you're seeing and actually hearing this video, because I'm not even playing. I thought I'd play through this, but now I'm enthralled in what I'm saying, and I'm giving you what I have the best to offer right now at this time by concentrating on the message. This is not a message, of insanity. This is the truth. This is a universal truth. So go ahead. Hate yourself if you do. Hate the place you live if you do. Hate the results you've created or have been shoved upon you in some cases in your life. Maybe it's not your fault. Hate it for as long as you want, but more importantly, as long as you need to, and then you turn it into the fuel. Once you have the fuel, do not stop. Do not collect $200 and do not go to jail, but do go past go. Go to the go. Seriously, if you're down right now, and if you've listened to this entire little audio cast, whatever this is, maybe you needed someone to tell you it's going to be okay. I'm not saying it's going to be okay. I'm telling you it could be okay. And that's all you ever need to know. All my life, I thought love and peace was the answer to everything. It is not. Sorry. Love is great. The greatest thing in this world is to love. But greater yet is to be loved in return. That is the greatest feeling in the world. But the one thing you need more than love is hope. And if you have hope, that doesn't die. Doesn't matter if you start a little YouTube channel. It doesn't matter if you want to be on some TV network, if you want to be a news anchor, if you want to be a politician or a sportsman. I can do any of those things, and I might still do all those things, and it sounds crazy. But I know I can do those things. I've done most of those things. So if you know there's one thing that you want to do, and you never gave it a shot, what the hell are you upset about? You have no right to be upset at anyone, even yourself. I guess, well, you should be pissed at yourself, but you need to give it a shot. I might make a future message. Yeah, I'm a kid of the 80s, so coming home and having G.I. Joe in the commercials, the more you know, the more you grow. That's for the old guys. But if you're in the younger bracket, if you're in your 20s still, maybe early 20s, just keep the hope. Just keep the hope and treasure every benefit that is afforded to you by your doing or other people's doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the end, because you're going to fail, you're going to try again, and you're going to fail again. And eventually, when you succeed, you will understand the taste of success like nobody else. There are people who walk into life, are born, and they have success and money and everything. And I've known them. I've watched them be miserable. I've watched them squander their wealth. And in some cases, far, far worse tragedies have occurred by people, of people who have received just wild, inappropriate amounts of wealth and instant achievement almost. So what you need to do, you need to remember what I'm telling you. Just hope for the best, work for the best, and you might just be the best at whatever you're doing. Just make a small goal, you hit it, you write it down. You write that down. When you hit the goal and before you hit the goal, you write down in the middle. That stuff that happens in the middle, that's the essence of life. That's what you're going to remember. You're going to remember the moment maybe you thought of your goal. Like the goal that we have, I have, whoever has, for this whole idea that I've been working nonstop building. This multi-level, this huge gaming platform, to use gaming in a more clever way, to use it maybe to inspire, maybe to entertain, maybe for my selfish pleasures. Who knows? Who knows? The result is not there. We have not achieved anything yet because we're literally in the infancy. But don't let that stop you. Because just a short while ago, right now, what you're looking at, depending when you're listening to this, it may have been just a few months ago that we started this. This might have 1 million views. This might have 0 views. It might have 1 view. Ironically, it'll be a listen, right? There's no view except the background of the game. I turn off the sound so no one can steal it. This message is for you. This message is not meant to make money off of it. It's not meant to steal anything from anyone. It's to give you something, and I hope that I could. I hope that I could. I hope I did. And if I did, maybe, if you're lucky enough, you'll have the opportunity, as I do now, as I'm doing this, while I'm saying this, maybe you'll have the opportunity to pass a similar message on to a similar person, maybe who needed it, maybe they didn't, maybe they said piss off, maybe they don't want the message. That's not your problem. It's not your fault. Nobody has an obligation to, to fix the world. Maybe I feel I do. I don't know. Just hope for the best, work for the best, achieve the best, but the best that you can. Don't try and beat me. Use me as an inspiration. Use me as a goal. Don't get obsessed and try and beat me. Use me. Use anyone. Use them secretly. I mean, use them. You don't have to message or comment saying, I'm going to use this message. I'm going to take this 20, 30 minute, whatever the hell it's been now. I'm going to take this. I'm going to use. You don't have to say anything. You can store it away and just secretly use what I've said. Any part of it. Just remember that I know what I'm talking about, and you might not believe what I'm saying because you haven't yet seen this. But I'm telling you, whatever age you are, wherever you are in life, not that it's going to get better, but that it could get better. And that's up to you. So do it. Don't wait. Don't wait for things to fall in your lap. Sometimes they do. Most of the times they don't. And I'll tell you this. When you work for something, a goal, you write it down on a piece of paper. If you think I'm joking, I am not. You burn that into the paper. You burn that in your mind. You put it in the universe. That is your goal. You write it down. On the way to the goal, you write down little notes. Blah, blah, blah. This happened. Oh, I screwed up this. I learned from this. You hit the goal. Now you move on. You write another goal. You go on and on and on. But trust me when I tell you, it's the in-betweens. That is your life. You will be judged, possibly in the end, by your achievements and failures, yes. But for you, whoever you are listening to this, the middle is where it always lives. The middle of those notes, between the goals, where you wrote down how you failed, what you did to fix it, how you did it, who helped you. Maybe you have a journal, maybe you have a diary with a little key on it, doesn't matter. You might not even write it down, but I'm telling you, you should. That's something you can't. Don't argue with me on that one. Trust me, write it down, because when you do, it will mean more to you. It is now visualization. Conceptualize what you want. Say it to yourself. Get in front of a mirror. Say it. What do you want? If you want it, if that's really what you want, and you say, yep, that's what I want, okay, then get it.